stars, it's your girl Ivory Star with this week's Ratchet Astrology Report. Okay, we are going to be talking about the new moon in Taurus. Yes, honey, rich bitch energy in this motherfucker. Okay, look, am I looking like my horoscope said this would happen? Listen, honey, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great because new moon in Taurus is bringing all of this energy that's going on around us. Remember, we talk about Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. We still dealing with energy from the beginning of the year with Saturn being in Aquarius, having us rethink the way we look at the community, the world, the way we do things, responsibilities, duties, and all those type of things. I already said Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, but the importance of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn bringing up things that we need to deal with that's been hindering our power and powers, okay? So this new moon in Taurus, let's get into it, okay? Just so y'all know as well, Mercury retrograde is coming during Gemini season, as well as a lunar eclipse at the end of the month during the full blood moon. So we have energies that we can use and harness, and we have other energies that are coming up that are going to give us a powerful boost to everything that we plan on manifesting under this new moon, because the new moon is all about manifestation, a fresh start, starting over, releasing things of that nature. Okay, it's all about a new cycle. So intention setting for this new cycle, inner work is a good time, manifesting and working on inner issues, demons and stuff like that. And the Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is helping support that. Ancestor work, this is a good time to tap into your ancestors, give offerings and honoring your ancestors, getting to know and learn about your ancestors. And of course, new moon is all about what? Setting intentions, because we love to manifest the good shit. And Taurus is ruled by Venus, the baddie planet, okay? The planet of love, beauty, art, pleasure, okay? So, and it's the ruler of the second house, which is the house of your income, material possessions, and, the content of what we value, okay? So, the new moon in Taurus is a time to evolve and climb, quantum leap into our higher path. Quantum leap, like leaps and bounds. Like, this is not about milestones or taking little steps. This is about stepping into a whole nother realm, onto a higher path, into your higher self, okay? It is in the 10th house. So a lot of the themes around this new moon and this season is going to be based in your public self, your status, and your position in the community. You're really looking at who you are and what it is that you want to do and how you want to be seen right now in this time. This is a work versus vocation type of deal, okay? Maybe the area that you're working in is not actually your vocation or what it is that you want to be doing or doing. So a lot of themes based in that and bringing it all together. You know why? Because this new moon in Taurus is all about aligning with the higher path of what you really are supposed to be doing, clearing the way, getting grounded, taking rest, okay? Because that's what we're doing during this new moon, during this Taurus season. We're coming off of that high energy, you know what I'm saying? Coming off the high energy of, Aries season and doing things quick and the start of spring. And now we really getting into spring. We getting grounded. We enjoying better weather. We are moving slower. We're not so much concerned about things that come to try to make you rush or speed up or try to make it seem like that you're not going at the pace that you're supposed to be going at. So this new moon in Taurus is packed with manifestation power, and I'm going to drink to that. Packed with manifestation power. And we like that, right? That's what we like. That's what we do this for, because we want to be able to manifest. And the new moon in Taurus is bringing us all those powers, but not just to manifest any old thing, okay? This is all about aligning with your higher path. It's not just about attaining money and wealth, because is plenty out there. And this is the time for you to manifest it, because Taurus is all about the income. this activating things on our path to align with our future, because this is what we want, right? We want an aligned future. We want to see the balance. We want to see the work, okay? We want to see our hard work paying off, but we don't want to just see it paying off in a monetary gain. That's important too, because we need money to live, okay? But we want to also make sure that we're making our money the right way and that it's lining up with what we're supposed to be doing anyway. So that is what we are trying to manifest. Those are the goals that we are reaching for under this new moon in Taurus, to be able to see the big picture, okay? Our future all mapped out and planned, and we walking a straight and narrow path to where we're supposed to be. Taurus is an earth sign. It's all about being grounded. So you're going to find a lot of your answers outside in nature, getting grounded through meditation and those type of things. You're going to find a lot of the answers that you need right in the midst of nature when we're trying to get grounded. This is not about setting short-term goals and completing short-term goals with the new moon, okay, with the new moon in Taurus. This is looking at your career, the way that you make money, the way that you obtain your resources on a very large, big picture scale, so you can know that your work and your vocation is going to line up. Your vocation and your work may not be lining up right now, and it may be causing some inner issues for you. Are you having some inner issues? Are you having an inner struggle with the way that you are getting your money, or the lack thereof? You know, maybe you haven't found your purpose of how you want to get money. The money that you're getting is enough. Maybe you don't have a job or you don't have a business and you're not getting any money at all. This is where we manifest. Okay? This new moon is all about revisiting and revising the master plan. That is the key word to all of this. Manifesting under this new moon in Taurus and what all of that means, and all this other planetary action going on, retrogrades, eclipses, you know, planets moving constantly and shifting, like Jupiter moving into Pisces. That is another event that is happening that is going to support what is supposed to be going on right now. And what's supposed to be going on right now, we're supposed to be moving to a higher consciousness. We are supposed to be moving to a higher level. We are supposed to be getting to a higher place in the path that we are on. Not to the higher place that a pedestal that somebody else set you on, that they believe that you should be on. Not a pedestal that you put yourself on, that you might not be aligned. It might be time for you to check yourself in, and it's a good time, because Taurus is all about stopping, slowing down, and smelling the roses, and seeing that roses might really do smell like boo-boo. When the last time you checked in? When is the last time you checked in and checked your ego and made sure that you were not out of order, or to make sure that you are not so high above that you haven't been looking at the things that's going on beneath you, to make sure that you are still on a firm foundation, okay? Because we have our head held so high sometimes, trying to wear and rock that crown, that we forget to look down at our feet and trip and fall, okay? Taurus is not about that. Taurus is all about moving slow at an even pace and knocking goals out in your own pace and in due time, okay? Taurus are all about a life of pleasing aesthetics and luxury, okay? Taurus like to live in luxury. They like to have their houses all nice and decked out with whatever is aesthetic that they like, okay? So it could be, you know, a earthy type of aesthetic. So they have all the beautiful plants and all the stuff around, and books and incense burning and no TV and all that type of thing. Taurus is all about whatever aesthetic. If it's a life of luxury, honey, then they got the biggest California size king bed, the nicest headboard, the nicest furniture. This is, you know, Taurus is a grounded sign, and we always associate, you know, earth signs with self-care and being more concerned with, you know, home and domestics than they are with, you know, ruling over people and doing stuff like that. Yes, they want to help people. Earth signs like to help people, but they like to help people get grounded, and then they like to go on about their business. They're not the type of leader that you're going to, you know, expect to hear from all the time. They're going to give you your task, they're going to expect you to do it, and they're going to go about their business, and they're going to expect you to go about yours, okay? So this is all about putting things in line. And Taurus, the reason why the manifestation for wealth and money under the Taurus new moon is because that's what they're all about. Pleasing aesthetics, a life of luxury. They are ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about pleasure, okay? And who isn't happy with a lot of money? I know that they say rich people are unhappy, but I'm talking about poor people who got rich. I'm not talking about people who were born rich, okay? You're going to be excited. You're going to be happy. But anyway, so when we're grounding, what are we grounding for? Grounding is used to recharge and power up. Under this new moon in Taurus, is the time for you to recharge, power up, and get grounded. What are some techniques that are grounded? African spirituality and hoodoo and witchcraft and all these other different things and new age stuff that we practice, okay? It doesn't always cost a lot of money. Yeah, all the shiny shit, and that's on this side and the other side. All the shiny shit always is expensive, okay? You want the biggest deck, you want the shiny shit, you want the stuff that's lined up in gold, you want all the fine crystals and raw crystals and big rocks and all that type of stuff. Yeah, that stuff costs money. But there are simple things that you can do because that's what our ancestors did because they didn't have money all the time, okay? There are certain things that they did that you can do. Like a grounding exercise can just be as simple as meditating out in nature. Walking barefoot outside is grounding, okay? You are basically just getting in touch with nature to recharge. Where do you think we get our energy from? We get our energy from nature. We get our energy from all the things that are going on around us. And then we have humans who we go and we give the energy out to, but we got to go get it back from somewhere. And when we can't get it back from our peers, because, sometimes that's how it is, especially when you transform it and ascend it, you're not going to be able to always tap into your friends, or they're not going to always be able to be there for you because you're going to have a lot of experiences that are going to cause you to have to be alone. So learn how to get grounded and learn some self-care up under this new moon in Taurus, okay? Slow down. Slow down. Welcome creative energies of change. That's what we are slowing down for. So the creativity can flow into us. I know it's hard to just hit the brakes because when it starts getting warm outside, I know a lot of us just want to take off, work, hustle, grind, do whatever it is that we have to do, get to this bag and all of that other stuff. And guess what? Taurus is all about getting to the bag too. But it's all about more strategic and calculated steps than just chasing that motherfucker, okay? I know the world wants everybody to be on a timeline, okay? They want you to be on social media timelines. They want you to be on deadlines. They are lowering the shelf life of content. And what I mean by that is a joke, a song can easily get played out today because of social media and because of how fast information circulates now. So it's so easy for things to get played out fast. So that's what I mean by the shelf life of content is diminishing. Something can be a fad for literally 5 minutes. A joke can be funny for literally 5 minutes, and millions of people in the world can hear the joke, drag the joke, and the next day it's like it never was told. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's what the world wants. Everybody to be on this fast timeline, rushing. So we don't have time to slow down, self-evaluate, self-care, tap into creativity, and tap into nature like all the earthy Tauruses like to do. Okay? So Taurus also rules the second house of income, material possessions, and value, and the content thereof, things that we hold dear or things that we do value, okay? Maybe you like to collect coins, maybe you like watches, that type of thing, not just, family matters and stuff like that, more along the material possession side. And Taurus is very in touch with their senses, very earthy. That's why grounding exercises are good exercise under this new moon in Taurus, because we want to tap into that Taurus energy of really getting in touch with the land and getting in touch with our senses, getting out there and feeling stuff that, when the last time your grown ass climbed a tree or something, getting in touch with nature. When the last time you went on a nature walk and tried to figure out what some type of exotic flower was? This is the type of energy that we want to get into. When the last time you walked around on the beach barefoot? You know what I'm saying? I'm in Ohio, so it's not warm enough to really go to the beach yet. But, if you're someplace that's warm, go walk on the beach barefoot and that type of thing. Grounding, okay? We want to bring it down a notch. That Aries energy had us like blow up this big old balloon and pop. All right, that's where we at. We ready to go now. But Taurus is like, no. Slow down. Stop. Take in everything around you. Meditate. Think about it. Strategize. And get that motherfucking money. Okay? So, we don't want to think as... We've been trying to change our language in 2021. And, to better manifest things, we have to start changing a lot of our negative words into positive words. So, normally with fixed signs, which a Taurus is, we say stubborn. So we don't want to say stubborn, even though we know Tauruses are a little bit stubborn. We want to call them dedicated in this period of manifestation. That's what you want to tap into. The dedication of Taurus. Not just the hard work, not just the ability to get money, not just the ability to plan, but dedication. When Taurus dig their heels in and they get dedicated and they get real into a project, they gonna see that shit to the end. You might want to, really consider aligning, if you haven't checked your birth chart, really getting into it and trying to align with those type of things. There's all type of cosmic stuff going on. So that means that gateways and portals and all type of shit open up for you to walk into what you're supposed to be walking to. The door is open. Whatever door it is that you're supposed to walk into, I don't care. It could be, if you feel like you're supposed to be the next president of the United States, those doors and portals and all type of shit is going on, opening for you to walk into whatever your path is meant to be right here and right now. All you got to do is write it down, manifest it, and execute. Okay, we have to execute. That's the part that we forget about sometimes. Sometimes we make our manifestations or we set our intentions, but we don't execute anything. We just expect it to just fall into our lap or just to happen by happenstance, witchcraft, or ritual. That's not how that works. Okay, then after the ritual, there still has to be some execution. The ritual itself is just the act of faith. Okay, everything requires some type of anytime that you're trying to manifest, let me put it like this, because basically what you're trying to do is bring something you've seen in your head or something you cannot physically touch into this world. Okay, it always requires an act of faith. I don't care if you're a Christian, I don't care if you Satan worshiper, it doesn't matter. On both ends of this spectrum, all religions, rituals, and whatever it is that you practice, we require an act of faith. Okay? And witchcraft and hoodoo, our rituals and spells and stuff that we read, that's our act of faith. Like in Christianity, when they anoint your head and plead the blood of Jesus and read scriptures over you and lay hands, that's an act of faith. Speaking in tongues, act of faith. Speaking in spells, act of faith. Okay? You are doing something outside of the human experience, trying to tap into the supernatural. You have to have faith to be able to do that, to be able to tap into what you can't see. How you gonna believe in what you can't see if you don't have any type of faith? So it all requires an act of faith. Manifestation ain't nothing but an act of faith. You said that you are going to be a millionaire. You wrote it down. You did your ritual and you walked away believing that you are going to be a millionaire. That was your act of faith. So with Taurus energy, it's all about the dedication, okay? It's a powerful manifestation, this new moon, because Tauruses are all about manifestation, being grounded, you know what I'm saying? Working hard like earth signs normally do. And it's very vital that we mention, again, like we do with other earth signs, self-care. Now, it's normally Virgo that when you talk about self-care, which is also ruled by Venus, and Virgo rules the 6th house, which is the house of health and wellness and your self-care. But earth signs are very much into self-care because they are very much concerned. The concern and the focus is on your physical body. That's with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. There is some focus on your physical body and how you are taking care of yourself. So this new moon in Taurus, our intentions should be focused on health and wealth. Okay, that's probably what 90% of our intentions be focused on anyway. But I'm telling you now, this is the season for you to execute. This new moon, okay, in Taurus, is going to have powerful manifestation and powerful intention setting attached to it. So when we set our intentions at a new moon, we are really expecting to see things start showing up on the full moon. And what's so unique about the full moon that's coming this month is that it is a blood full moon, and it's also going to be a lunar eclipse. So I'm telling you now, don't miss an opportunity to set your intentions to find the answers, because when you see people just kind of flourishing and blowing up out of nowhere and getting money, because we also have some unpredictability going on with Uranus that we talked about in the Pluto retrograde and Capricorn video. We have some unexpected money changes coming too. So you don't want to be on the wrong end of the spectrum when people who've been doing the work, putting it in and executing all their intentions, goal setting, really having that dedication like Tauruses have. When this full moon comes and there's a lunar eclipse, there are going to be a lot of transformations, a lot of changes, okay? It's not going to be comfortable the whole time either. Let me tell you that right now. I know I'm sitting up here talking about money, health, wealth, and manifesting and intention setting and all that stuff, but it's not going to be pretty, because the lunar eclipse brings many transformation and changes, and there are a lot of different things going on. And you know, with Mercury retrograde coming, and then Pluto retrograde still be in Capricorn, Jupiter going into Pisces is also a supportive placement, but it also brings a lot of changes. And some of us do not like change, right? A lot of us do not like the way change feel. We don't like having to change our routine. We get tired of getting settled into something, and then it seems like something just come and fuck it all up all over again, okay? But that's life. It's a part of life. So in the last video about Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, I talked about things coming up so you could take back your power that might have been stolen from you, or you might have gave away in the past. Because sometimes we give our power away too. This retrograde might be bringing back things from your childhood, where you might have been violated as a child and you're ready to deal with that and take your power back in that aspect. Some things could be just as simple as you always choosing the wrong partner, okay? And now you're starting to see the error of your ways. Retrograde bring up all type of subconscious shit that we might have pushed to the back, that we tried to hide behind, or shit that we thought that we forgot about, that we really didn't forget about, but, you know, trauma and, you know, life just kind of pushes to the back. That retrograde kind of brings right back up. Saturn in Aquarius is helping us see our foundations and putting things in proper order. You know, Aquarius is an eccentric sign, and, you know, it's a sign of unpredictability and rebellion, but it's also a sign of brotherhood. And when Saturn links up with Aquarius, it just comes to put things in line of how we see those things, how we see ourselves in the community, especially with this moon floating into the 10th house, where our public self, we're looking at how the community look at us, what type of public figure we want to be, who we want to be when we are in public, how we want to be seen. Okay, so let's not forget about Black Moon Lilith either out there floating around, okay? Now, y'all heard me call Black Moon Lilith the toxic bitch planet on my other videos, and it's not because I believe Black Moon Lilith is a toxic bitch, okay? It's because she has a habit of bringing up our raw, feminine, toxic traits, okay? The real you, the shadow you. Black Moon Lilith has a way of highlighting that, but she also, with the right placements, has a way of highlighting our powerful feminine traits, not only in women, okay? Not only in women, but in men too. We all have duality, okay? And, you know, sometimes Black Moon Lilith comes to show us what our raw feminine power is, not just in women, but in men too, okay? So, when I say toxic bitch, it's only because Black Moon Lilith comes and it highlights and shows us those low parts of ourselves when it needs to. Who your toxic bitch is really inside. Because I don't care if you male or female, all of us got a toxic bitch on the inside of us, okay? That tries to encourage us to do the exact opposite of what we should be doing and treating people how we should not be treating them. It's like the mean girl on the inside of you, okay? Your real shadow self, how you act when you are under pressure and you are at your low energy phases, okay? All right, so in the new moon in Taurus is all about giving us a fresh start, like all new moons are, new moon cycles and stuff like that. It is the gateway to the full blood moon, the lunar eclipse. Like I said, an eclipse season is a time for transformation and change as well. So with all these energies, it is not time just to grow, okay? Not just grow a little bit or learn a lesson, honey. It is time to evolve. That means if you have to reinvent yourself, what are we doing? We are revisiting and we are revising the master plan. That is what Taurus is encouraging us to do. And this new moon is encouraging us to take a fresh start when we get the answers that we seek about what it is that we should be doing. If you already on the path to greatness and you know you got it all figured out and your plan is already ordered, good for you. This video, you could probably take some tips from it too, but this is not for you. This is for the people who are kind of sure, but they not sure. They feel like they're going the right way, but they don't really know if they're going the right way. This is the time for you to journal, for you to ground yourself, and to meditate and get those answers that you are looking for. We just got to slow down, okay? We have to learn to wade through the darkness. Now, we're talking about Black Moon Lilith and her bringing up the darkness, and Pluto retrograding Capricorn bringing up some darkness, okay? Some darkness from our past and things that might have happened to us that changed us, that made us a little bit timid, made us not empowered, okay? And we're also talking about Saturn in Aquarius, which guess what? The darkness there that it's exposing. Look at the things that's being exposed. Like, we already knew racism and police brutality, all those things were there. But now they're being exposed by, you know, people who should have been exposing them in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So Saturn in Aquarius brought that energy of all this exposure of pushing us into the darkness. Not to consume us, but so we can really see ourselves, because social media be having us forgetting who we are sometimes and where we came from, and being around people and being in this world where everybody has imposter syndrome, everybody's trying to act like something they not, everybody trying to be better than the next person on social media, even though in real life we all the fucking same, we all got the same problems, we just handling the shit differently. You know what I'm saying? This new moon in Taurus is coming to push us into the darkness, okay? So we can deal with it. All these planetary action that's going on is making us deal with the darkness. Dealing with the darkness on the inside of you first, so we'll be able to deal with the darkness and shit that's out in the world, okay? So, in darkness, we ask the deepest questions. Come up with the most creative ideas. I came up with the best ideas for songs, and I started the music group that I work with now. I started that shit in darkness. I was going through a phase and I just needed to be around other artists and creators and stuff like that. And you know, they hit me up with an idea and it was up from there. You know what I'm saying? All in darkness. When I sit back and I think about a lot of the dark times that I have been through and the things that I have went through, I realize I got a lot of good shit out of it, including my kids, okay? just a little jokey joke. But anyway, so what Drake say? Sometimes you gotta wait till it's dark out to see who really with you, right? That's what all of this is doing. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, Saturn in Aquarius, Jupiter moving into Pisces. We're going to touch on that. And this new moon in Taurus is coming to bring transformation, you know, putting that darkness in our face, that shit that we was trying to hide when we be popping and acting like everything is okay. The stuff that you try to, you know, the stuff that you tried to bury without a proper funeral, okay? All of that shit gonna come up so you can deal with it and you can take your power back. You know, ain't you tired of just having to back down because you just know that you don't have it in you to do what it is that you really want to do, okay? a lot of shit is not going to come without you taking it. You need power to be able to take shit back that belongs to you, because obviously when it was taken from you, the power was taken with it. So you have to take it back. Some things you're not going to be able to physically just go get back in blood, okay? But some things that you are going to be able to take back, and you take the power of it ruling over you from the person who took it from you in the first place, or a situation that might have occurred. But most of the time, or relationships, things that happen between us and other people. It's very rare that you allow some inanimate object to get under your skin and affect you for the rest of your life. It's something that a person did on the other end that really hurts us. So it may be dark or hazy, but the skies will clear, okay? Change is good, and this change is preparing you for a better path and purpose, okay? Now, like I said, if you feel like you already on your path to greatness and you got it all figured out and your plan and stuff is mapped out, this is not for you. This is for people who are having a hard time transitioning from work to their vocation, to their career, okay? Working jobs, but it's not really what they want to do. These are for people who might be struggling with, you know, their finances, balancing budgets, needing to manifest a change in money, needing to manifest new ideas of how to get money or to make more money, okay? Opening up doors. That's what this is about, this new moon in Taurus, okay? So let me touch real quick on Jupiter moving into Pisces. It didn't move yet, but it's real important that I talk to y'all, because on the 13th, and you know, my video, unless something happens in between, it's not going to be up. It's going to be up before the full moon, because we're going to get real in-depth with that, because it's going to be the full moon, a lunar eclipse, retrograde is coming, and it's one more thing, so we're gonna have to put all of that into one video surrounding the full moon, okay? But let me talk to you about May 13th through July 28th. This is the first time this year that Jupiter is going to be moving into Pisces, and this is where I'm talking about empowerment, grabbing life by the horns, okay? Think about a Taurus, a bull. Take a hold of this new moon, grab it by the horns, use this Jupiter and Pisces to do it. It's going to be about self-care, engaging our physical bodies. Taurus is all about the physical. Jupiter moving into Pisces. Jupiter is what? The planet of expansion, and Pisces is the planet, is the sign of, you know, dreams and mysticism. It's ruled by Neptune, so it's all about the things that we cannot touch or see. Right? The shit that we trying to manifest. Okay? So see how that all ties in together with the new moon in Taurus. The new moon in Taurus is encouraging us to manifest material things, the tools and stuff that we need to get to our higher path, so we can move from not just working, but moving to our vocation of what it is that we actually want to do and what we're supposed to do in our purpose. Jupiter and Pisces, 2 days moving into Jupiter moving into Pisces 2 days from now is going to expand all of these options, because it's expanding the mind. That's basically what Jupiter and Pisces is about. It's about expanding the dream world, the mind, your visions, and that type of thing. So all of this energy is supporting you to get that bag and be well and be able to say, fuck these people, okay? So I don't really got no horoscopes for y'all this time around for new moon. If you want some, you know how to, you know, hit me up and we can do a little reading or whatever. But, you know, I feel like that is enough general information for everybody, okay? That, you know, if you really want to manifest and you really want your intentions to be strong, it's about taking your power back from things that you have given them to the past and things that you have tied yourself to, being able to what? Let those things go, because they are not serving you. So, take my last sip and dip. And I will see y'all on this full moon lunar eclipse, okay? Okay.